The season of romance, incredibly long names, and the same crap over and over again is here. Let's talk about Fall Anime 2025. What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the More Than a Cartoon podcast. I am your host, Dr. Applesauce, joined by my co-host, Kyle, today. Guys, it's about that time. It's new anime season, and we have some really cool, honestly, there's some good stuff coming out for Fall 2025.
True.
We have a couple recurring anime that are coming that are just going to be awesome. There's some new stuff that's awesome, but I think on the whole, I think on the whole, it's a lot of the same mid stuff over and over again.
Yep.
At least
Speak your
that's
truth.
kind of what it looks like from the trailers. Like I'll wait to pass full judgment until stuff comes out, but just from trailers, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not even going to give that a one episode.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. Kyle, tell me what you think.
So we'll hit it right on the nose right there. I'm going to tell you, first off, love is in the air. We have so much romance, and we know that is Will's favorite genre. Like, he can't stop talking about romance anime, honestly. And I was realizing, man, we got high school romance. I think we only have like one non-high school romance.
There's one that I am excited about because it's adults. And I am kind of excited about that.
That one kind of looks cute. But before we get into that, I think we need to go first with reoccurring anime. Everyone's like, what's coming back? What's coming back? What are we looking forward to? I'm going to start off with this really hot, really heavy, right off the back. Everyone's giving me so much flack on my One Punch Man season 3 going to be a flop. And I'm standing 10 toes on this. I'm telling you right now, it is going to flop.
Well,
it was
very
speculation.
Strange.
It's going to flop.
It's very strange that we still haven't seen anything else for it. And like, there's one of the I can't remember which anime it is, but there is an anime coming out this fall that the trailer came out a year ago, and One Punch Man trailer came out last month.
Yes, thank you so much for bringing that. Okay, so the anime is, I think it's called May I Ask This One Last Favor? I think that's the name of it. And that one had a trailer that came out over a year ago.
Yeah,
over a year ago. But the fact is, we could not get a trailer, not even a 30-second trailer of One Punch Man a month before it's being released. Take that in.
Weird.
Understand. When I'm saying this, I'm not just saying this as rage bait. I'm not saying this to get clicks or views. I'm saying this because it is fact. When you have an anime that won't give you the staff list, when you have an anime that won't give you a trailer, when you have an anime that has been delayed after delay after delay, that won't even give you a set date, and they're like, you know what, I think we're running out of time, we just have to put it out, because they said 2023. I mean, you're going to wait till the fall? Because that would be technically into 2026. So they have to put it out this is the last chance. The question is, everyone knows this is supposed to be the most important arc for One Punch Man Season 3. It's the Monster Association has declared war.
Yeah.
And everyone's really anticipating this. But at the same time, people aren't realizing that JC Staff has a lot of flack behind them for Season 2. Now, this might be the redemption arc for Season 3, but if you look at all the little breadcrumbs that they're leaving, take all the puzzle pieces, put it together, it's a load of crap. It's not going to be good.
It really, I don't think I'm in a position to where I'm ready to say it's not going to be good yet. And let me qualify that.
Yeah,
just
fine.
because I really enjoyed Season 1 and Season 2, and so I have hope that Season 3 will still be enjoyable. That being said, all of the stuff that you just lined out, all of those different issues, it is very, very strange. It's not something that you would normally see. And like, it doesn't bode well. It really makes you think, why all these inconsistencies? Why no information? Why not even one really good trailer? Like, why no information? What's going on here? So it doesn't point in a good direction. I guess like we're either going to be pleasantly surprised or it's just going to be a big flop, right? So
please,
I don't know.
Prove me wrong. I want to be wrong. I there's nothing more than I want to be wrong on this, please.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, it's not going to be a T-bait. It's not going to be a blue lock. Sorry. It's not going to be a blue lock.
You don't think it got T-baited?
I think it's going to be more of Tower of God Season 2. Where it's terrible to watch, but it's not.
It's just
you'll still watch it. A 7 out of 10, the highest. Yeah. Okay. A very big letdown from Season 1 to Season 2. But you already had a big letdown from Season 1 to Season 2 already for people who are true One Punch Man fans. So I can understand that. But I mean, it's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
It really is. So, like I said,
guess
the only
we'll
reason why I'll get a 7 out of 10 is because of the people who really love One Punch Man.
yeah.
That's it.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think there's two more good ones. There's three more good ones recurring anime to talk about. Let's
Mhm.
leave what's obviously the most hyped for last. Like we know what that's going
Yeah.
to be.
I mean, Spy X
Um,
Family, we don't really need to talk about. It's gonna be the same stuff over and
Yeah.
over again. We already know that.
I think Kingdom season 6. I know.
Mhm.
So I have an interesting opinion on Kingdom because
Okay.
I'm still going through the first season,
Mhm.
and like I love period pieces, right? And you know
Yeah.
what a period piece is?
Yeah.
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 So I
The Edo
love a good
area, all that
yeah,
time
yeah.
period. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you're immersed in some different time period. I love
Mhm.
that. And right, so this is like in China and everything. And I really enjoy the story.
Mhm.
The animation of season 1 is really, really weird. And like I'm pushing through it. I need to
What do you
finish
mean
it.
by weird?
It's like this really weird looking like CGI almost animation. It's
Like
very
failure
strange.
frame CGI or
Oh, like worse. Like
word? Oh,
think about the first few episodes of To Be Hero X, right? But
okay.
bad. But like weird looking. Yeah, it's very strange. It's like it's not where you can't watch it. It almost reminds me of like
Like,
an
is this an
old school
anime?
Robotech or something, right?
Okay.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely anime, but what I've
Mhm.
heard is the animation gets way better after season 1.
Mhm.
So that being said, a lot of people
People
are
went crazy
really
for seasons
excited.
5.
Yeah, people are super stoked for season 6. So I think
Mhm.
that's going to be a good one. It's really kind of
Yeah.
reminded me, oh hey, we need to go back in and we need to finish season 1 because I'm really interested in the story's really really good.
I don't doubt
It's
it. Yeah.
yeah, it's really good. So I think that'll be one that a
Mhm.
lot of people are excited for sure.
Mine, I think the one I'm looking most forward to, besides the final one we will list, is To Your Eternity season 3.
Okay.
To Your Eternity is just an amazing anime. Have you ever watched it before?
Mm-mm.
It's a very emotional anime, in my opinion. I think a lot of people dropped it because of the first episode. It's a 40-minute long first episode that leaves you questioning why you kind of watched it.
Okay.
You're not understanding it completely. Um, to give a synopsis kind of gives it away, so I'm just going to kind of
Sure.
go around it. But once you watch and the more you watch it, the more you start to understand and realize this is more than what they were kind of going the first episode direction.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
good, but it pretty much is you realize it's just finding out what humanity is. That's the whole premise without giving it away. And it's really, really well done. And so I'm really excited to see for season 3. But I'll tell you right now, like this show has made me cry a couple of times. It gets on some really deep and tough topics,
Okay.
some crazy backstories that, if you're a Demon Slayer fan, we're eating that backstory up. This is what you need.
Okay.
And I think
Interesting.
season 3 has me a little hyped. I'm a little skeptical because recurring anime has been doing that well, but
Yeah.
we'll see. And like
I-
what I think is going to do terrible is the Campfire in Another World season 2. I
Yeah.
think that's going to do terrible. I don't think that's
What?
going to do.
Yeah.
Don't even need to
Speaking of
mention it.
season 2s, I need to go watch Kaiju number 8 season 2 now because I've waited.
Same.
I've
Yes.
waited because I want it all to be out because
Yes.
I'm current in the manga and like
Yeah.
I'm like I know what happens and I just want to wait until I can sit down and like cool, I know this story, I know it's something I'm familiar with, so it's like
Mhm.
not going to be challenging and I can just sit and veg and enjoy it. And now we're at that point, and so I'll probably burn through it in a couple days. But
Are
just
you
speaking of season 2s,
well? Since we did that, can I have my little ADHD tangent real quick?
yeah,
I'm currently watching. Technically, I've gotten caught up to season 2 of My Dress Up Darling,
okay,
and there's only 2 episodes left for me for dub. I'm currently watching the dub because I believe Amelie is an amazing actor. I can't remember the dub voice actor. I think his name's Paul or something like that. I can't remember.
I still have
Very,
to finish
very well
season
done.
1.
Very
I'm really
well done.
terrible about finishing seasons.
I'll tell you right now. For me, if I was gonna go with who had the best like romance of this season, and it's not even from a romance anime, I think it was Dan. I think Dan did romance
Yeah.
right.
I need to watch
Now,
same thing with Kaiju number 8. I need to watch Dan season 2 as well.
yeah, you'll enjoy it. You'll love it. I thought it was way better than season 1.
Yeah.
Now, with My Dress Up Darling, something I realized that I was not liking season 2. And it's very hard for me to say and
Okay.
hear me before I get to it. I like it and I love it now. But I was not enjoying season 2, and I was trying to understand why. And I realized they shift the focus from the first season, and this is more of the focus of love and romance and understanding what
Okay.
that means. And I enjoy that. I love that. But one thing that doesn't give any spoilers for you since you haven't seen it that I've really enjoyed, the best thing about My Dress Up Darling is they're making something that I think is going to make a whole bunch of waves and make people open their minds. the whole anime is about open-mindedness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's better than what you see. And I'm going to say it right now. Like what you see on TV, like, it's just like they're shoving it down your throat.
Yeah.
For this anime, I think they're doing it on all the right forms. The way they're doing it is that they're putting a story behind it. They're putting actual reasoning, understanding, and love and care behind this. And I'm like, for me, it's baffled me. I'm like, this is a very open-minded anime, but the way they present it is very tasteful for whoever
Sure.
might watch it.
Not a shoving it down your throat, but just like,
Yeah.
here's the story. Here's
And I'm
what's
just like,
happening here.
I'm really
That's
understanding
nice.
it. And what I'm really liking is the character growth from both sides and things I've noticed. So once you get caught up, I would like to talk more about season 2. But there's a lot of things I've been noticing, little details that me watching this, since I'm going through it pretty fast, I'm like, let me slow down. Let me actually like receive this and understand what they're doing. Because there's certain things I'm like, wow, like they're doing less with the fan service, and they're giving more with the actual story, more with the actual like little details that you think you wouldn't notice unless you actually like, wait, why is she acting different than this? Why is he acting different than this?
Nice.
Very
That's
nice,
cool.
very well
Yeah.
done. But
That's cool.
let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's jump into what is arguably going to be in my opinion, the best and the most anticipated recurring.
No bias whatsoever.
Oh, no bias whatsoever. Not only the best superhero anime, the best new gen. I say this with full seriousness, and I will defend and die on this hill.
Ooh.
The best modern shonen story, if not of all time, or like in our generation, not all time, but in our generation, My Hero Academia, the final season, the final war arc. It's coming, guys. It's
Are we
very
ready
exciting.
though?
Huh?
Are we ready?
I'm ready. I mean, I know what happens, so I'm super excited for it.
I don't know if I'm ready. I feel like I want to hold on to the happiness I have right now. You know, the negligence, not negligence, I can't think of the word. Whatever I don't have, I want to hold on to. Because right now with My Hero, it's going so fast for me compared to season 1. I'm like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like you agree.
Yeah.
It is a great hero anime. Now I think it's the best shonen right now, arguably. But
I would say
for being a great show,
superhero shonen like of our era, of the modern era.
Yeah.
I think it's the best.
But it's not without flaws. But I
Sure,
think at the same time, it is done very, very well. So I can understand why you rate it as high it is.
Yeah.
I understand that 100%, and I'm actually looking forward to it. But I'm actually a little scared, a little sad. I feel like it's safe enough now in a space where we could actually talk about My Hero and not have to worry about it. Versus go back to, I think it was like 2022 TikTok when you couldn't even mention My Hero.
Yeah.
It just was the worst thing ever.
So if you're watching and you don't know where the last season, like if you don't know what's going on in the final
Little
season
recap
that we've already seen, little earmuffs, maybe skip forward like 5 minutes, okay? I haven't watched the very, very most recent season because I've read the manga, or I haven't watched like the end of it. Where did the current season end? What did it end on?
So all I can remember was the final season was the sniper lady. Everyone was obsessed with, her story. It was really sad. I'm like, I understand that. And then I think now they're preparing to, what was it? After that, they had the fight when they were doing like the water in the eyes, right? Or was that before the sniper?
Right.
I remember that battle.
War area.
And then I didn't get to the part where they were talking about Bakugo, where he died or didn't die. Yeah. I don't know. That kind of got spoiled for me. So I don't know exactly that part where that falls into it. That's why I said, like, I don't know if I'm ready, because like I saw so many spoilers, but at the same time, I know what happens. I've seen the leaks.
Yeah,
I've seen the manga leaks that was happening when it happened like years ago. So that's why I kind of didn't want to watch it. So I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
but
it gets wild. It's so freaking good. I think this could end up being the best season of My Hero Academia if they do it right, just because there's so many fights that are of epic proportion, but those fights also reveal so much story about various characters and various villains. It's really, really, really cool. And if they do it right, combined with the fights, and like All Might's final fight is freaking awesome. Like, do you know what goes on with that?
Nope.
Okay, so All Might at this point has lost all his powers, and he has a final battle, and it's so cool. It's really, really good. And so just the whole, like, I'm trying not to spoil too much, but it
Oh,
could
you're on
end
the
up
edge of
being
your
the
seat. You
best
want to
season
say it.
of My Hero Academia, and the fights are going to be great.
Mhm.
So much is revealed about different characters. You find like this is a minor spoiler. You realize All for One's not the main villain. Like All for One,
Mhm.
you know, gets superseded by his creation. You
Dun,
learn
dun, dun.
the history with Shigaraki and All for One, and all that
Mhm.
happened with
Mhm.
Shigaraki and All for One, and like I'll
Dude
say
messed him
this
up.
because it's not a massive spoiler because you won't know what I mean. Shigaraki is the biggest victim in the entire show,
Mhm.
and
No,
he's also the
we knew
biggest
that. Yeah.
villain in the whole
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's so good. And then so many people were so butthurt by the ending of the manga, and it's like
Mm,
it ended well. Like,
debatable. Debatable. Let me ask you this real quick though. If you had to rank before the final season, currently it's already been released for anime seasons, I guess excluding since the anime you've seen. If you had to rank the best seasons of My Hero Academia, what would be like your top 3?
oh, dude, it's hard to remember what all the seasons actually are, but I can kind of think
What
of them
about
in
the arcs then?
I can think of them in arcs.
Okay.
So the competition arc, the UA competition arc, like one of the first
Love it.
times, like
Love
that's
it.
one of the best. It's so
Yes.
good.
So good.
After that, I think the let's see, let's think through them all. The
Mhm.
Dark Deku arc is awesome.
Okay.
Vigilante Deku arc.
I didn't
That's
really
really
care for it that much though.
I loved it. I thought it was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And then let's see, there's one more that I'm thinking that I
Like for
can't
character
quite.
development wise, it was crucial for him.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like my thing with anime is just like, just talk it through.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to run away from their
Hero Killer
problems.
Stain, the Hero Killer Stain arc was awesome. Like his
Ooh.
whole
Yeah,
storyline.
that was actually really good too. Yeah,
His whole storyline is really good. And
because that led to the whole
Stain comes back at the end. He
that
makes
that
an
led
appearance
yeah
at the
that
end.
led to the whole thing where all these other villains like, oh, I really resonated with his speech that he did.
Mhm.
That changed the whole projection of My Hero after that. What happened right there? I
Mhm.
think probably one of my favorite moments was either when, of course, when Deku's talking. I think it was her name Mirror, or the girl with the horn that heals.
Oh, Eri.
Eri, yes,
Yeah.
yes. When he asked her to jump to him, love that moment. And then, of course, the competition arc.
Yeah.
Beautiful, everything. I mean, for some reason, like the first time I knew this anime amplified is when I see Deku digging out the mines. I'm like, what are you doing? That's stupid. And then
Mhm.
just doing that,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But he takes a shield and uses the explosion for the
Yeah.
mines together. For those who
There's
didn't,
I
see it.
wouldn't I
But
wouldn't say there's really any bad My Hero Academia arcs. There's a lot of good ones.
my favorite though would have to be when he's taking the guy who's just like using his body and just like taking all the muscle stretching and he's lifting him up. When
That's one of the
when the little
most
young
epic
kid,
fights where he's fighting
I
Muscular.
would
Oh,
I've seen that kid
killed.
yell and tells Deku, and Deku's like, I'm going all out on this one. Even think about it now. I never got so amped in my life watching anime. That was amazing. I think that was really done. And so I'm like, this is why this show does it. They know how to pull these emotions. They know multiple arcs we could claim are the best ones, but they know how to pull the emotions out of people, especially when when All Might's saying you're next.
Yeah.
Like, I keep getting
I don't
goosebumps
know
every
if
time. Every time.
I don't know if I would say it's the best, but I think it's probably the most powerful arc is Endeavor's arc, like the Endeavor's backstory, where so
Okay.
because once All Might has to retire
Mhm.
from number one and it never becomes number one, you start
Mhm.
to follow Endeavor a little bit more and you start to learn about his story and you learn more about what happened with his family, and then you see this
And that's why you like it,
effort.
or is there like a
Well, you see
certain
this
reason?
effort on
Mhm.
Endeavor's end, realizing that his ambition to be the number one hero, he essentially sacrificed and abused his family for that. And you see him come
But
to this realization and then like work
Mhm.
towards, making that better and work towards like, I can't
But it's too
remember
far gone.
this might not be in the anime yet. This might be the manga, but it's
Mhm.
not a huge
Mhm.
spoiler. There's a point where I don't think this is in the anime yet, but I'm gonna spoil you just in case. There's
Okay.
a point where in his battle with Shigaraki, Endeavor gets so hurt that he's like he's out of the fight and he ends up in the
Mhm.
hospital and he can't fight anymore. And his whole family comes around him and he's realized how awful he's done because have
Mhm.
you've seen the big reveal with Dobby, right?
Mhm.
Okay, spoiler again, guys. If you don't know this, fast forward 5 minutes. But that Dobby is Endeavor's son
Mhm.
and Todoroki's brother, And so that kind of like causes him to crack. And then
Yeah.
he wakes up in this hospital after that part of the battle's over, and his whole family's around him, and he realized how bad he messed everything up. And he looks at him and he
Mhm.
basically says, like, I have ruined all of your lives.
Yeah.
I've never would expect your forgiveness. I don't deserve your forgiveness.
Nope.
But I'm going to work the rest of my life to do my best to make it better and to atone for what I've done to you guys. And it's such a powerful story of somebody realizing the damage they've caused, trying to do great things,
Mhm.
and like something about a story about a very powerful man
Right.
humbling himself and admitting, I messed up.
Mhm.
I don't deserve forgiveness, but I'm going to try, is something that you don't see a lot. You don't see a lot in literature.
Well,
You don't see it a lot in shows. And like I said, I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's one of the more
right.
powerful story arcs, in my opinion, in My Hero Academia.
So I think if if I'm being honest, I feel like if they didn't do the competition arc, if Deku didn't tell Todoroki, it's your power.
It's your power. Yeah.
You use it. It's yours. Make it yours. And when he goes all out, if they did that, if they did the Endeavor arc before the competition arc, I feel like it wouldn't have hit as hard as it did.
Well, of course
I don't
not.
know.
No.
For some reason, when Deku tells Todoroki, it is your it's your quirk, it's your power. For some reason, like that's another moment right there. And that's why I said like the competition arc is probably one of my favorites. Like that moment right there, because the whole time you're just waiting for Todoroki to use his power. But
Yeah.
the way that he gets him to use his power is not what I was expecting, and just amazes me. Made me
He
love it even
essentially
more.
convinces him to use his power, and then he loses.
Yeah.
Uses
But
his
at the same
power
time,
to defeat him.
he's like, if I'm gonna lose, you better give me your best.
Yeah,
And that's all
exactly.
he wants. He wants everyone to do their best, and that's all he strives to be is the best.
Yeah. So
And I love that. So
My
it
Hero
was so
Academia
good.
final season is going to be epic. I think people are going to really enjoy it. And I'll say it right now, there's going to be plenty haters out there that hate on things just for the sake of hating on them. That are going to cry about it and be mad about it, but it's going to be awesome.
Talking about the ending.
The ending, whatever. Like, yeah. People are going to be upset at the ending, but even
I
like,
can understand that.
I think it ends super well, and we don't have to.
You're not gonna
delve
like the
into
ending.
that.
You're not gonna like the ending. But at the same time, if you come at it with a different perspective, you're like, that's a pretty good ending. That's different than what I was expecting. So
I think it ended great. There's certain elements to it that I'm like, dude, that sucks. But it all like, and you can probably tell what I'm talking about, but it all kind of comes back full circle. And in the end, you're like, okay, cool. I like that. That cool. You know.
So with that, I think we should talk about the new anime that's coming out this season.
Yes. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, guys, it's the season of romance, incredibly long-winded anime titles, and literally the same crap over and over again. I was watching trailers for all of them, and I'm like, this looks like it.
Well, we'll get it. We'll get that. We'll get into that. For new anime, we're going to talk about first before we get into romance. Romance, there's so much romance going on. Like Will said, we have so many romance, and it's just all high school, except for one that I've seen so far. We're going to talk about new animes, but specifically animes that I think are they going to be like the heavy hitters or the silent sleepers.
Yeah.
I think these are going to go so unnoticed. And I remember me and you were talking about Tokubi's Original Sin, and look what happened.
Yeah, nobody was really paying attention to it. Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. So
but I want y'all to heed.
I try to approach this with like an open mind. Like I watched the trailers and I'm like, okay, that looks like it could be interesting. I want to watch an episode of that to see what happens.
Right.
And then some of them were like, I'm not like, that's the most generic isekai script that's been done 40 million times. Like I'm not going to watch
There's
that.
one or two of those in this
There's a
list.
couple of those. Yeah.
But instead of waiting for the best to be last, I'm going to tell you right now, the one I think that might be the anime of the fall. I don't think it's going to be amazing. I don't think it's going to be crazy. I think it's going to do well. And I think it's actually going to get underappreciated, though. Sonda is going to be a great anime this fall season. If you've not heard anything about it, take a look at it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It's supposed to be a shonen anime, but with a different twist on it. I think the storyline can hold it through. It comes out on October 11th, for those who are wondering. The studio is Science Sorrow. People who might not... Yes. Yeah. People who might not know is from Devilman Cryberry. Sorry?
Did they do Dandadan?
I don't think so. I know they did Devilman Crybaby. I'm not 100% sure about Dandadan. I don't know who actually did Dandadan. That's a great question.
They did something recently. Science Saru. Yeah,
I
they
thought
did
that
Don.
they did.
Yeah,
Wow, they did a
yeah,
great job. So
mhm,
they're
yeah.
taking on this. Wow, they might have a back to back then because they did. I'm telling you, Don season 2 was probably the one that surprised me the most, besides Fragrant Flowers. Even though I knew it was going to be good, but it went past it. So Don really exceeded my expectations. I think Sonda is something that's going to go unnoticed, but I think it's going to do very well. I think it'll probably be at least an 8 out of 10 anime. I'll say
Yeah.
right now.
It looks
Um,
super cool. Let me read a little. I'm going to read a little synopsis of the ones that we think
yes,
look
yes,
cool.
please. Yeah.
Sanda's 2025 anime series in a near future Japan with a dramatically declining birth rate, where middle schooler Kazuki Sanda discovers he is the descendant of Santa Claus and can transform into him.
Mhm.
When his classmates breaks a curse on him and to find her missing friend, Sanda uses his newfound powers to search for the missing child and restore the lost magic of Christmas to society that reviews it or views it as a legend. That
And
combined with the trailer and you see the art style,
yes,
it looks dope.
you're gonna
It
be
looks super
saying,
cool.
"Ho ho, holy crap! Why did I not listen to more than a
Oh
cartoon
ho
podcast?"
holy
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think it's gonna be very interesting. I really
yes.
do. I think that's gonna do really well. I also want to talk about Wand Dance. This is an anime. I think
Wand
that
dance.
it's gonna be
Yes, yes, yes,
really
yes.
good story, but I think it's going to do pretty bad with the CGI. If you took the CGI out,
Yeah.
or if you took it out, because one of my favorite romance animes that was out there, it's called Anonymous Noise. It's about a singer who finds her voice again. And it's a love triangle. It really takes me off. But at the same time, when they perform on stage, they use CGI. And I know for a fact when they do the dance scenes, they're going to be doing CGI. And that really hurts to watch it. Now, the story, I
Yeah.
think, is a
Yeah.
solid story. I'm getting kind of Troy Bolton meets,
Mhm.
Vanessa Hudgens. I don't remember what her name was. I think Gabriella or something
It's
from High School Musical. I'm kind of
it's
getting that vibe. You have
it's
a
about
tall
a
guy.
kid who
Oh,
has
yeah.
a stutter and like joins a hip hop
Mhm,
dance crew, right? And like
mhm.
the visuals, like the 2D visuals look really, really cool. And then the 3D
Yes.
visuals, it's like, not
It's
sure.
rough.
But
Yeah.
it definitely like watching the trailer for One Dance, I was like, okay, this is different. And
Right?
different is interesting to me, right? When you
Not always
see,
good, but
yeah,
it's interesting.
when you see the isekai that's like, I've been summoned to the seventh prince's kingdom and I have no other powers but a gotcha machine and everybody else is stronger than me. And you see that and you're like, I'm not interested in that at all. That's not
No.
original.
No.
But you see this and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
this is interesting enough to make me want to at least check out an episode or two. And maybe I won't watch more, but
Yeah.
maybe I will.
Like, if you took Comey Can't Communicate and, like, High School Musical kinda aspect and put them together, that's what I'm kinda getting the vibe from this. It comes out on October 8th, for those who are wondering. Studio Madhouse and Cyclone Graphics are working on this. For those
Yeah.
who don't know,
Yeah.
they also worked on Death Note and Frieren.
Yeah.
I
One,
feel like
one I think that looks interesting just because it's like,
Mm,
it gives me darker vibes, but kind of like a weird, it might be etchy. I don't know.
okay.
But it's called this monster wants to eat me.
Oh, it's not
It
gonna be
like
edgy. You be fine. No, you're
it
good. You're
it
good.
looks so interesting.
It's gonna be
And like,
Yuri. So that's where, like, the fan
okay,
service is gonna come. It's
okay,
gonna be Yuri.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
But it
Um,
looks so good. I'm so glad you brought that up because that one looks so good. I love that one. So for those who don't know, the gosh, I'm forgetting how to pronounce the name. This monster wants to eat me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, this one it's a dark twist on the whole Yuri aspect. All right, you have this girl who is being hunted down by this monster that, as the title says, wants to eat her. But the thing is, though, you realize this monster has, you know, emotions. This monster is learning. It's not just there to eat her. It's also learning. It's getting feelings, and it
Mhm.
gets really weird, really creepy, little psychological, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get unsettled at certain moments. But I don't think it's behind the fan service. I think there's gonna be some, and where it's gonna
I
come
don't
is
know.
more on the Yuri aspect.
I think it might end up being a little bit darker, kind of like Takapi's Original Sin, because the synopsis is
Hmm.
a girl that wants to unalive herself agrees to be eaten by a mermaid, so the mermaid
Hmm.
herself agrees to care for her and protect her
Hmm.
until it's time to eat her.
Hmm.
Like, what? Like, that's
It's
just such an interesting, original, like messed up, but
mhm.
original like concept. Like, basically the monster's like, sure, let me fatten you up and take care of you until you're a
Oh, yeah,
better
I'm gonna
me. And then
enjoy this.
I'm
Yeah.
sure like more obviously happens along the lines, right?
Mhm.
But like, what a strange premise for a show.
Yes.
Definitely intrigued me and made me like, huh,
Comes
wanna
out
see
on
what's up
October
with that.
2nd. And Studio Lings is doing that. They've also done World Die Star. And haven't heard of it, but the animation looks pretty good from the trailer what I've seen. What also looks really good with animation, and those, please hear me. Dusk Beyond the End of the World.
Just Beyond the End of the World. Let's see. Is that on
Mhm.
my list of what? Yes, that one is on my list
So,
of what I was.
imagine waking up 200 years after humanity has moved on without you.
Mm-hmm.
Think of that. Understand that.
Oh yeah.
That premise is here. We've never had that before, right? No, post-apocalyptic world, or no, we've had this before. But the thing is, the main character is forced to navigate society that doesn't quite feel his own anymore, right? It doesn't feel like his own world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep that in mind. While he has an android who confesses his love and looks like his girlfriend, but at the same
Right.
time doesn't look like his girlfriend. So there's gonna be sci-fi, there's gonna be romance, there's gonna be action, there's gonna be robots. So it's like if you took Vivi and Plastic Memories, kind of,
and also a
mash
little
them
bit
together?
of Blue Gender, because Blue Gender, like
Yes,
Yuji Kaito
yes.
goes to sleep and then
Mhm.
wakes up an untold amount of time later, and the
Mhm.
world's different. Everything's
So-
different.
September 26th. For us, that's very close.
Oh, that's 3 days. That's 2 days.
2 days from now, brother. All right, when we're
Interesting.
recording this, 2 days from now. So
So
hopefully
by the
next
time this
podcast we're going to
comes
talk
out,
about.
it will already have been out.
But the think about this though, okay? I'm talking about the animation. Listen, you know what I just mentioned?
Oh, the
All right, I don't know if
visuals
you've
look
ever.
great. I'm looking at the
PA
visuals
works.
right now.
PA Works is working on this, right? They're the ones that did Vivi. So if they're doing an anime that kind of gives you the feels of Vivi, and those who don't understand, just watch that anime. If you've not heard of Vivi, watch it and thank us later, because it's phenomenal. But they're very well known, for those who don't know about PA Works, they're very well known for their gut punch animes.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get you in the feels. The animation you already know is going to be there, but it's going to get you in the feels. Don't let this one go by. September 26th. So by the time you hear this, it's already out.
Yeah.
Watch it.
You'll be able to
That
go
one-
watch it on Crunchyroll.
Oof. Another one I think is going to do well that I honestly, I wrote it off and I was like, psh, psh. Now, Will, you might have this one, but I didn't. Listen, I gave it a little, not a psh. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes.
Oh, no, that's on my list.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, thank you.
It
Because
was-
it looks
was
good.
enough of a unique concept that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's not
Generic,
like
but different.
it's generic, but we're not following the main character. The main
Mhm.
character is the character that's not the main character, right? Like
Yeah.
it
He's
was
not the
interesting enough
hero.
to me. Yeah.
He's not there for the limelight. He's not
Yeah.
there to do the right thing. He's an assassin.
Yeah.
Like you're generic, need to kill the demon lord, need to do all this stuff, right? Got to fight these monsters, you're summoned to another world, all this stuff. But he's an assassin. That's the thing. It's different. He's not there to be the hero.
Yeah.
So hopefully has a different twist. I not 100% sure. Hopefully. I don't know. I think that compared to a Gatherer's Adventure and an Isekai,
Yeah.
I think that's going to do better, because
Yeah.
that looks like crap.
Yeah.
I will also say-
who wants to watch an isekai about the main character being a gatherer? Like, I'd rather watch the gotcha one instead.
Yeah, same. I honestly, I thought the exact same thing. We're on the same page here. I love this. But the thing is, too, you know who's also behind this? The studio?
Behind
So-
the assassin one?
Yeah, my status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. Studio Sunrise is behind this. And who
Okay.
did Studio Sunrise with?
Or what did they do?
They did. Come on, it's one of your favorites of all time.
God.
We always talk about it.
Is it OG or newer?
OG.
OG.
Oh, come on. You know it. Please, Will. I'm sending it to you. Come on.
Golden Boy?
Well, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Sunrise did that? Oh, that's
Mhm.
right. Sunrise did do that.
Mhm.
I think about all the English studios that helped make Cowboy Bebop happen more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like what happened with Cowboy Bebop's
Mhm.
English dub is really what set it off. But yeah,
Yeah.
Sunrise Studios did the animation for that.
Sunrise did Cowboy Bebop and Gundam, so those
Interesting.
are heavy hitters behind their name. But at the same time, will it perform? I really do hope so. I really
It just
do.
depends if this, so it has a unique enough like premise, right?
Mhm.
And it just depends if they pull that off in an interesting way with a interesting or unique enough story, right? Like it needs
If they
to
stay
be
generic,
something- Yeah.
but twist it just a little bit, I think they'll do
Right.
fine. If they
Right.
try to do too much, they're gonna flop. If they stay too generic, it's gonna flop. So like find that sweet space and you'll be good. I think the last one for me, I have scheduled for this to be a good anime. And one, I think this will go unnoticed because the trailer looks good, but at the same time, people be like, I don't really get the concept. Let me explain it to you. This is the anime we already mentioned earlier in the podcast. May I ask for one final thing? Okay, this one right here. This anime looks so good, in my opinion. I think it might have like a little slow burn at certain times. I think it's going to go up and down, rise emotions and all that. But this one right here already released the trailer a year ago.
Mhm.
A year ago.
Yeah.
But may I ask for one final thing?
Is this the one with the lady with like the grayish white hair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she is just going to go around and she's kicking butt, taking names, dude. That's all she wants. So she's betrayed. A noblewoman decides that she's done playing nice. Oof, getting me going right now. What follows is a rom-com laced with revenge and violence.
Ooh.
Right? Where etiquette clashes
Vengeance.
with blades. She's gonna have freaking gloves that have like nails on her, or like she's out there. She's out there for stuff. All right. She's out here like she's in a ballroom. Imagine she's in a ballroom and she's like, you know what? You look good. Let me take you. You know what? You look good. You're next. After him, you're next too. She's out here just going after everyone. She doesn't care. Wow. In a ball gown too. I'm like, one thing, I think she's gonna be waifu of the season. But at the same time, I think this one's gonna go unnoticed. It's just like a different concept where you're like, I need to be formal etiquette.
Yeah.
She's like, screw that.
I wrote that.
I'm gonna kick your butt while looking good. You wrote it off.
I wrote it off, but you talking about it makes me think like, oh, maybe that actually would be. I'll give it an episode for sure. Like I'll definitely give it an episode.
Good.
Yeah,
that's all I need. I convinced Will. My job's
you know
done.
what looks interesting to me is past the monster meat lady or past the monster meat milady. Here's why it looks interesting, because it's giving me like Food Wars vibes, and Food Wars was just a guilty pleasure of mine. It was so funny, and I love food. So like past the
that's what you watched it for the food.
Oh yeah, and the hilarity, like it was so funny. Past the monster meat milady is, imagine Food Wars, right? Okay, and with delicious looking food, but it's about hunting down monsters and cooking. So like Dungeon Meshi and Food Wars, right? Like or Delicious in Dungeon and Food Wars, where they're hunting down these monsters because the monsters are the delicious food, and then making these delicious foods out of it. It could end up being garbage, but it definitely was.
I think it
enough. It was enough for me to be like, I definitely am going to watch at least one episode of it to see what it's about, because it looks interesting.
Please do that for me, because I'm not going to give this the time of the day. I really think it's gonna. If you want to go in thinking Food War vibes, that's all you, buddy. I don't think it's gonna be Food Wars. Not with the edgy sense. I don't think it's gonna like have the hilarity of it. I think it's gonna be more of like. I think it's gonna get a little infuriating and very repetitive.
I wouldn't even call Food Wars etchy, because they never even show nips or anything. Like if somebody's naked, it's always blanked out. Or was I watching the censored version? I might have been watching the censored version.
Will, the beauty of Food Wars is your imagination. You limit yourself watching that. That is your fault. I cannot. What did you just say, Will? What did you just say? We're going to talk about romance anime. Try to cool me down. Love's in the air, pal.
Speaking of anime nips, the one episode of High School DxD that I watched, I was very impressed that even this is an adult conversation. I apologize. Even like I said, I watched one episode. I was like, oh, this isn't good for my soul. I can't watch this anymore. But the anime nips in that show, they even have like the texture on the areolas and everything. Like we're little too much. But I will say that was very interesting with Food Wars. I was like, you know what? Credit where credit's due. That's good quality. And I was one and done.
I don't know how to make a clip of that. Well, that's gonna be really hard to make a clip of that. That's. But since we're on that subject, I'll tell you again, talking about last season, Nukatashi, and I've brought it up, I think, past 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I just got caught up in it recently. Holy crap! It actually has a great story. It is very etchy, and is very like. If you took DxD, it's way past Gunnar. Like the Gunnar Dar is broken by this. All right, this one is crazy, but it actually has a good story. It got me, and I'm like, why did he do that? Why is she doing that? And then you find out, oh, the secrets. You find out there's actually a plot to a plot-filled anime. There's actually plot.
Double plot.
Baffled me. Doubled plot. Plot is doubled. Times two.
I'm not going to say the double P.
We know what you want to say. Okay. You're not limited to your imagination there, but you are when you watch Food Wars. I do not understand it. Okay. Romance anime. Again, high school love is in the air. Totose is a ramen
you want to
bottle.
talk about high school, right? So there's one that does fall in the romance category that I think is going to be great, but it's not high school. And I'm excited for this because it's not high schoolers, and it's My Awkward Senpai. Sounds
I think it's good.
Super interesting. Like,
it's not My Annoying Senpai. I made the same mistake when I first saw it. I thought it was My Annoying Senpai. It's My Awkward Senpai.
Yeah. I really enjoyed older anime. It's an older anime called Love is Hard for an Otaku.
Very good. Great.
Gave me, like, the trailer gave me those kind of vibes ish. Like, okay, kind of like a relatable, a relatable young adult, like in the workplace, type of show. In that,
you have a main character where she's trying to be professional, and you have a guy who just keeps on messing up. He's clumsy. He's not afraid to show his emotions to her, and she doesn't know how to handle that. And so I feel like there's gonna be a lot of awkward tension, a lot of clumsy mistakes, maybe some accidental walk-ins, stuff like that. But
accidental walk-ins.
You gotta, in a great romance anime, you gotta have one or two.
What are you doing? This is the men's locker room. You shouldn't be in here.
I was told that the copy was jammed. Now, all right. So with this, I think this one's gonna do.
Who ordered a pizza?
No, well, I'm here to fix your pipes. No, this one right here. This one right here.
If she says at some point, I don't have a way to pay for this, can we work out something else? I will know that I've been hoodwinked.
Twirling the hair. You got to do a hair twirl. So I feel like this one's going to be really good because I feel like she's going to understand and find her emotion. I think she's going to find her voice in this. I think it's going to be very, very well done. But at the same time, I think there's going to be a very infuriating first couple episodes. And then I'd say probably like episode 6, it's going to start actually like cranking up, and she's going to understand her feelings.
Yeah.
Or they could put a blinds on us and like day one, she's like, oh crap, I'm in love with him. Who knows? But I think this one's going to be, it's going to take a couple episodes, but I feel like the reward of the investment, the return on investment you get on this one is going to be done right. I had this one also in my prepared to watch. Like it's in my watch list. Yeah, I have it. I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
All right, we talked about all the ones we're excited about. Now,
how about gonna fall?
All the slop? That's all the same crap. We talked about the fun part. Let's get into where everything just kind of seems the same, which I would say is probably about 50% of what's coming out. It just is to call it seems like they would be forgettable is probably generous. There could be a gem amongst a bunch of these extras, but who knows?
If just put it into perspective, us mentioning it is probably the most you'll ever hear about this anime this season. I think these ones are copy and paste.
Yeah.
Maybe like when you're copying with your friend, like, hey, let me change a little bit. Yeah. But it's like when you're copying off your friend on a test on a Scantron, you're like, oh, this one's matching his. Let me throw a couple of C's in there just randomly. That's what it feels like. First one I'm gonna talk about is hero without a class who even needs skills.
Yeah.
The concept could have been there.
Yeah.
Could have been there. But
it sounds like an anime I've already heard of.
It's another trash, no skill main character thrown into another world. The hero has no class, no skills, no respect, right? Kind of making you feel, kind of got me excited when I first heard about it. Grimcar Fantasy Nash. I was thinking that. I was excited. That's not what it is. No. Until he proves that he's actually broken. How? I'm going to tell you this right now. This anime will do bad and should stop henceforth if this happens. Just like how Rising the Shield Hero should have stopped. If this main character gets a skill, if he gets a skill, that just defeats the whole purpose of the anime.
Anime is over.
So same thing with Rising the Shield Hero. After halfway through season 1, should have stopped. He cleared his name. Honestly, he's a hero now.
Rising of the Shield Hero would have ended up, in my opinion, it's getting like season 5 now. I think it would have been better if it just ended after season 1. I thought season 1 was awesome. And it went steadily downhill after that and essentially became a harem. And it's like,
Agreed. I agree with
What?
you.
Like, okay, we
Yeah.
got Mommy Raftalia and then all of the other little, pieces of the harem. And like,
Mm,
now Fumi is just a brooding D-bag now. Like, what's
mm.
actually, why are we watching this show anymore? That's my hot
No.
take on Rising of the Shield Hero.
For your slop of the main character who gets betrayed and wants revenge, coming back, or who's banished, who's kicked out, looking for main characters that's done all those things, you're going to want to watch The Banished Court Magician Aims to Become the Strongest. Something we've never had, right? Where someone who's kicked out of his party
Never heard of
realizes
that
that he's completely broken at the anime. And guess what? He probably builds a harem. He probably builds another party, and he becomes more powerful than you
This
knew.
is an interesting thing to do. Like, we can mention these anime that feel like a copy paste, and then we can talk about another one that's already been done that either did a good or a bad job. So that makes me think of The Most Notorious Talker. The Most Notorious Talker has the strongest party ever or whatever, where like that actually ended up being really, really cool, right? Where he gets kicked out of his party and then, or they rob him, and like he literally sells them into slavery because they robbed him, and
I
like starts this
never
new party.
watched that. Wow.
You never watched it, dude?
No, I had it on my watch list. I never watched it.
Good.
Oh my gosh. I need
Like,
to talk.
literally within episode 1, he has this party. So in this world, all of these people have abilities, and the ability of they're either adventurers or dungeon. I can't remember what the term is, but talkers are the weakest ability, because they're basically like, what they do is they cast buff enchantments, right? So they talk.
Yeah, I know the premise of it. Yeah.
And
I never watched it though.
Within the first episode, his current party, they steal all, like, they had all this money saved up, but they steal it all from him. And so he's like, okay, well, screw you guys. And he comes up with this plan and like tricks his whole party and sells them into slavery.
Wait.
And
So
then
I'm
goes
currently
out-
working on a betrayal anime video right now. Could I use that one as like a
like the first part of it is exactly that, and then he goes and starts recruiting all these other really powerful people and makes this really good. It's really good, and there's some very awkward like. There's this one chick that's like a master assassin, but she's got like the attitude of a child, and she's like the quintessential like TNA of the show. And so like she's constantly throwing herself at the main character.
My man.
It's really funny. Yeah, but literally I went into it just knowing,
so
like, oh,
that one's done right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So one that came to mind that I think did right, but also I was like, you did so wrong with it. It has the same premise as this. Is I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. One I watched, I enjoyed it, but hated it at the same time. How is that possible? And I realized because it's just the same flop crap you get over and again. But yes, they did add some twists that were enjoyable, that made it enjoyable. But at the same time, though, did I really enjoy it? I don't know. I'm about to watch Notorious. I really do need to watch that one.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. One that I think that will do well. One that I think that I want to do well, but I don't think will, is Manacle Marie. Or Mari.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is you have a guy who hates people. He only likes robots. Hires like a maid who's a robot. Turns out she's not a robot, and she has to put on this persona that that if he finds out that she's not a robot, then she could either be killed or it won't be good for her. But it kind of makes me feel like Mission Yazuka, but at the same time, like. She's having to hide this secret, but at the same time, I feel like things might change. He might change his perspective.
Mm-hmm.
The story seems cut and dry, like what's going to happen. Yeah. But at the same time, I watching the trailer, I was like, I'd watch it. I would. But I just don't think it's going to do well. I really don't. Yeah. I think it's going to get unnoticed, but it might be rightfully so. That's why I didn't put in the most anticipated section, because I really don't think it's going to do well, and I don't think it deserves to be up there. But, Will, which one is going to take the gauntlet of why we shouldn't watch this anime? Which one is going to be the one that is just, why are we going to give this time of day?
Dude, I don't like the ones that I had that feeling of, I forgot about already.
How about the one with the ridiculous title? The anime. The isekai. Who the hell knows how to pronounce it? My Gift level 9,909, 9,000. Yeah. Unlimited gacha.
Yeah. Like, No, I will say it is very likely going to be garbage, but there's a small chance that it could be interesting.
Am I going to
Because
watch it?
like
Yes.
the gotcha aspect, like I'm gonna check it out just to be like, all right, on the off chance that they actually do something cool here,
Right.
I want to see what's up. But my expectations are for it to be like,
Oh no. My expectations are just like I mentioned. I left my former A rank. I feel like it's gonna be like that. I feel like it's gonna have good premises. I'm gonna watch it. I don't think it's gonna do well though. I don't think it's gonna do well. I don't think it should do well. Just that name is a slap to the face. I'm not even gonna pronounce. I can't. You know how many times I tried doing an upcoming anime? You know how many times it took me to do that? It's already hard for me to talk.
dude,
Doing
why are
that?
so many of the anime this season
Will
so long titled?
they
It's like
changed the title?
it's like
That's not the
somebody had a
original title.
contest. It was like, hey, let's see who can get away with naming the anime longer. The anime net title for that one was longer than it is now,
Yes,
and it's
they
already
changed
ridiculously long.
the title, and I wonder if I can find it because I'm gonna try to see if I can give it a shot. Because if it is okay, it is backstab in a backwater dungeon. My trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to my gift of unlimited gotcha, I got level 9,999 friends.
Dude, it's such a trope. The long-winded anime is such a trope that there is literally a category on Crunchyroll, and it's called like
Long titles.
it's called animes with titles that are too long or something like that. Like it's literally a category on Crunchyroll, and it's like,
I've been sitting on the longest time like animes with the longest titles, and each season they keep on adding more, and that list keeps on growing. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to release the video because holy crap,
you would spend the whole video just saying
just
their names.
the title. I would just
You
see the
wouldn't be able
title.
to talk about them at all.
Trying to keep it under a minute, like a minute and 30 seconds long. I'm just gonna be reading titles. You want me to read titles the whole time? I'll do it, but it's gonna be hard, not easy for me.
That
This
just
right
inspired
here-
me. I'm gonna do that video, and it'll be
Don't
different
be-
than yours.
Don't be stealing my content.
I'm not gonna be stealing. You're good. You actually describe anime. I just do lists sometimes. It'll just be
Yeah.
a list of me just literally saying the name the whole time, and it'll be funny.
I'm be doing list stuff too now, but more like rankings.
Why are you trying to steal
That's-
my
that's-
ideas? Huh?
Oh, hold on. You didn't do rankings. You recently got into rankings though, which honestly you do very good job at that too. Because the topics you go on, I'm like, I do like that. But I've been working on a long title one. Someone asked me about it a long time ago, a viewer, to do that, and I'm just like, all right, give me time because there's so many of them. But the disservice that people are doing with these long titles, you're giving away the whole story within it. I mean, why can't you have an anime just
Are
Sonda?
the mangas
One
actually
word.
titled like this? Like,
Yes, that's the manga. The title I just read to you was the manga's title. Will.
that's so strange to me. That's
Is it
so
not?
strange to me.
It's
Like,
a disservice to the fans.
We used to be. I remember the days where we only had so many shows to choose from, right?
Mhm.
But now, are we moving into an era where we're greenlighting too much?
So if because of isekais and because of long titles, they know they're gonna get views, they could be complete slop. They could be trash. They could be terrible. But they're gonna get views. It's gonna pay the studio. I mean, why do you think, some of these people, great example. You had what was it, a Vin Diesel show up in Tokyo Drift. He didn't want to be a part of it, right? He's like, no, I'm not gonna be part of it. They said, hey, we'll give you, a green light on whatever movie you want after that if you just appear in it, do a little cameo. That's how he got some other movies. I think that was like Riddick and all these other movies he got after that.
Riddick
So
was
him
cool.
doing that little cameo, something he didn't want to be a part of, led to something else. That's what I feel like is happening with these certain animes, with putting out these terrible isekais, with putting out these long-winded titles that give out the whole story
Mhm.
right in the beginning. Maybe it's because they're being forced by their editor to put out something, just about
Yeah,
something they're not
yeah.
really appreciating. Because you can tell when there's someone who's appreciate the art, or maybe is that this is just something before something, something before great, something before peak, something before greatness.
Speaking of studios getting paid, I think the word on the street is the budget
Mhm.
for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle was that they spent $20 million making that movie.
And they made how much, Will?
Over 500 million. I think it might be over 600 million now worldwide
And it's only going up.
with the $20 million budget. That's insane. The amount of money that's been made on that movie is wild.
And how much does a Marvel movie cost?
Oh, so
Think about
much
that.
more. So
I
much
think
more.
that's if it's
Potentially
under
hundreds of
100
millions.
million, that's
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
And if it's willing to break 100 million in the box office, then
Yeah.
that's something good too. But
Yeah,
like,
like
think about that.
Thunderbolts was a flop because it only made like 250 million. Fantastic Four was a
Mhm.
flop because it only made like 400 million. When you have like a superhero
Only,
movie,
yeah,
yeah, well, when
yeah.
you have a
But an
superhero movie
anime though,
that's coming out making, it's making, let's say, a superhero movie makes
billions.
$200 or $300 million, they're just barely breaking even and maybe paying everybody,
Mhm.
right? Like, so
But
it's interesting when you have a movie
at the
that's
height when they're making billions though, and then
yeah,
now you have an anime, something that's still new to all of us coming over to West Coast, and it's killing the box
yeah.
office. It's destroying it.
Well, what's interesting is I think it could set a precedent for like to open people's eyes, be like, oh, if it's the right
Mhm.
story and it's the right budget and it's done the right way, this could be a way to make really, really good anime films
I
and
think so.
make larger margins.
I think I just hope it's the gateway to something good, gateway to something great. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little risky right now because on one hand you have high risk for demand, so that means it could be lower in quality, lower in story development, but also you have higher in production cost. But at the same time, somebody's gonna be looking for that bag. Somebody's gonna find some way to cheap somebody out. So I really hope that they mainly focus on the mangakas and they focus on the animators.
Yeah.
Give them their due diligence. Those are the ones who are making you the money. Um,
Well, it's
I
cool
don't
for
know.
me
I'm
to
a little
see
scared.
because one of my dreams is like, so I read a lot of books and
Mhm,
there's some current book series out that are like our generation fiction and science fiction and high fantasy and stuff. There's
mhm,
probably about 5 or 6 of them that are just fantastic,
mhm,
and they'll never be anything but a book series.
mhm.
And I want to figure out how to create an animation studio that does for these stories what anime does for manga, and turn these stories into animated shows
Right.
like a la the Legend of Vox Machina, right? Like have you seen the Legend of Vox Machina? So
Heard of it.
it's Critical Role's anime. It's literally
Mhm,
one of their like D&D campaigns turned into
mhm.
an anime that's effing awesome. Or
There's so many D&D stories that can be
yeah.
made into an anime.
It's
There's
not an
so
anime,
many.
it's an animation, but it's one of
Mhm,
their campaigns. It's not a D&D
mhm,
story, Critical, it's one of like their anyways. That's something that I really want to do because there's these amazing stories out there like the Red Rising saga by Pierce Brown could very well be the best science fiction saga of our generation. It is
right.
phenomenal. Then you have the Cradle saga by Will White, which is a kind of like a martial arts combat fantasy saga that's phenomenal. You've
Mhm,
got the Stormweaver saga by I can't think of his name, but it's really 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 good. Kind of like a leveling up, upgrading type of science fiction thing. There's some books out there that are so awesome that deserve to be consumed visually, right? That I
okay.
think could be done so well as an animated show and at a much better price and done much better quality than trying to actually do it live action. And so that's something that's in the back of my head of like that's kind of a dream of mine how to try to
Yeah.
figure out how to do all that.
Taking a book to live action doesn't really pan out that well, but I mean, you've seen mangas as
I
a
mean,
book to
it worked
anime
terrible for
that's worked
Harry
out.
Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I just know there's so much lore that was like not even talked about with Lord of the Rings. Like I said, it's still
Yeah,
very well
yeah,
done, but the amount of like lore
yeah,
I've heard, like I didn't even know Smog. I thought he was
yeah,
huge.
yeah,
He's like the smallest dragon.
yeah. Mhm.
Didn't know that.
Same thing in
Didn't
Harry
know that.
Potter. Like, there's so much to Harry Potter that
Hmm.
just couldn't be put in the books.
No,
Like, there's this
I think they did
whole
great detail, like attention to detail. I think
yeah.
they did that, but it's just
But
they
it's
couldn't
all
put
just the
everything.
little things that weren't like crucial to the story. But
Hmm.
like, there's this whole house elves run Hogwarts basically, right? They like
Hmm.
make everything happen behind the scenes. And Hermione realizes that house elves are magical slaves, and so she starts this whole society called Spew, which is a society for protection of house elves or some crap like that. And like she does all these protests and stuff to like try and get the
Hmm.
house elves free. It's actually a really cool part of the Harry Potter saga. And there's
I would have
just
liked to see that.
yeah, it's just no room for it in the movies. Like it,
You
you
think
just
they'll do that in
never.
the TV show?
I mean, maybe I don't know, dude.
Okay.
The TV show, how do I talk about this without getting canceled?
Say it. Do it.
Like, it's
I know you want to.
speculated if it's even going to happen or not. Like,
Oh.
here, like, so let me preface what I'm going to say, okay, in the context of I am a hardcore purist of you keep the original work the same as the original work, okay?
He's getting risky.
You don't deviate, you keep it the same. And because especially if that original work was really successful, okay?
Yep.
They've made casting choices that like deviated big time. And there's rumor that I don't know if it's true or not that Voldemort might not be cast as a man. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that rumor.
Because of some of these casting choices, like I said, trying to avoid any opinions one way or the other. Like I said, I am a purist of keeping the original work the same. J.K. Rowling pulled her $150 million investment of the show and backed out and said, you guys have made the decisions that you're going to make. I don't want you to make these decisions. Pulled her $150 million investment, backed out of the show. And I read this article like a week ago, and she basically was like, you've made your choice. Goodbye. And like,
Dude.
to the tune of people that are working on the show were like, I don't know how we're going to continue. Because her investment, her $150 million investment was going to be a major role in the advertising and production of
Just
the show.
her signing off on the show. Imagine this, okay? Imagine if Oda was involved
Right.
in the One
How
Piece
much more
live
trash
action.
it would have been.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I think the reason why One Piece did so well is his involvement.
Yep.
You're taking out someone who's wanting to be involved in their own art and their own creation, and you had
And
them
wanting to
pull out.
significantly invest financially in it as well.
What are you doing? What is
Especially
going
when
on?
this article that I read, and like I said, you can take whatever opinions you may have about all of this, and that is whatever. But like when the creator of the story is a significant financial backer and is there in an advisory role and is talking to the directors and the producers saying, you can't make these choices. These choices are not what I've written. These choices are not true to the story. And the directors and the producers basically say, we're going to do what we want to do. We don't care what you have to say. Like,
because she could take action against that. Then, like I own the rights.
I'm sure she's sold some type of rights or something that where they can they can probably legally do it without her. But she did have a large financial investment in it, and she basically said, "Peace out. I'm taking my money, and I'm not being a part of this."
That is
so like that. That's what it makes me like. Is it even gonna happen? Right? Like, is it even gonna become a show now? Who knows? Who knows? I am such a purist about just keeping it the way it's supposed to be. And it makes me mad in anime too. When an anime deviates from the manga, if I've read the manga and the anime deviates from the manga too much, which is why I think a lot of people's criticism of Kaiju number 8 is valid, because the anime really changed the art style of Kaiju number 8. The manga
I like their manga split better.
Yeah, the manga is very gritty, harsh, sharper lines, and they made the anime a lot more like
kid friendly.
Yeah, they a lot more rounded edges, a lot more goofy, which is still great, but they took away.
It feels childish.
Yeah, they took away the grit that was in the manga. So like, I'm even that way with I'm that way with many things, with the Harry Potter movies, with the Lord of the Rings movies, like anything where you take an original work and you adapt it into another medium. You got to keep the story the same, because that's why you're adapting it, because it's successful for what the story is. Why are you trying to change it?
So before we finish this podcast, I do want to go. I completely forgot we didn't mention all of the romance animes. I'm gonna go through them speed run real quick, and then if you're cool with that, I'm gonna show you literally just everything I have on my watch list currently. I will change it probably later on, but I have the list of what's on my watch list. Of course, Chitose is in a ramen bottle.
We'll end with your watch list, and I'll tell you my watch list.
Yeah, Chitose is in a ramen bottle. This one might do well. I don't know. October 7th, for those who are wondering. A Star Brighter Than the Sun. This one I think could do well. You have a main character who has a childhood friend who has a glow up, but at the same time, there's something behind it. I think it might do well. I think it's going to go unnoticed though. October 2nd. Yanukan's Ordinary Days. This one looks a little interesting. You have a clumsy main character, but at the same time, it's got that slice of life vibes. I think it'll do well. September 30th. The Inexpressive Kashiwada and the Expressive Oda. This one, I don't think it's going to do well. I think it's going to be your cut and dry, and we can't communicate situation, stuff like that. October 4th, those who are wondering. With You, Our Love Will Make It Through actually will do well. I really do. It's I mentioned in my video too, it's the gateway to Beastars, if anyone wants to know. I've never seen Beastars, but this might be.
It's so
Yep.
strange. It's like the
Yep.
guy is a wolf and a
He's a
regular
wolf.
chick.
I feel like they're going to have some cute moments that's just going to eat me up.
Pun
Again, we
intended.
mentioned. Ooh, I just don't wear a red hood. My Awkward Senpai. This one looks pretty good. We already mentioned that one though.
Yeah.
But the one that everyone's going to talk about and you're going to see all over social media is My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me. October 5th. Very cut and dry. Very generic rom
It's
com.
going
But
to
at the
be
same
exactly
time,
what it sounds like.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But my watch list currently, as it stands right now, and I don't think it's final, but as it stands for right now, is going to be. Sorry, I just scrolled too far. My Hero Academia final season, easy, no brainer. Like I just said, My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna eat it up. May I ask for one final thing? Again, you already know I'm gonna love this. This monster wants to eat me. Really, really looking forward to that.
Looks very
My
interesting.
my status as a assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. Again, looks good. Sonda, probably the fall anime. No, I'll say it is going to be the fall anime. Chitose in a ramen bottle. Wand Dance. My annoying senpai. Sorry, I did it again. My awkward senpai. Yanukan's Ordinary Days. A Star Brighter Than the Sun. With Your Love Will Make It Through. Of course, the ecchi anime. New one, Hands Off. That one is going to be something to watch. Dust Beyond Dust Beyond the End of the World looks really good. And I think, of course, I'm going to watch, even though I know it's going to be terrible, but Tales of Wedding Rings Season 2.
What was
I didn't even
one,
mention it because I didn't want to mention it.
What was the one with the white-haired female protagonist that you were saying looks really interesting?
May I ask for one final thing?
May I ask for one final thing? Yeah. So I'm going to put that on my watch list because that sounds really interesting.
We did it, boys.
Definitely My Hero Academia final season, One Punch Man season 3. I'll watch Kingdom season 6 when I get to it. Like I said, I'm almost on season 2.
Yeah, it's gonna sit the watch list for a while though. Yeah,
it's gonna be a while. And then this, not in any particular order, but This Monster Wants to Eat Me looks super cool, very interesting. My status as an assassin sounds like it could be interesting. Sonda, very, very intriguing. I would probably agree with you. That's like top 3 most excited for. Like, can't wait to see what's going to go. And it's probably going to take several episodes before it starts to get really, really good, which will just be,
maybe.
You never know. But My Awkward Senpai looks fun. Wand Dance, I'm 50-50 if it's going to be good or not. But it's interesting enough that I'm intrigued. I'm gonna at least watch the first episode, be like, what's up with this? Like, see if it's any good or not. Past the Monster Meat Lady. I mean, come on. Give me the Inappropriate Food Wars vibes, and I'll be super happy.
Take it all.
And then Dust Beyond the End of the World. That's
so
what I'm
we're kind of on the same page almost.
Yeah,
you might be missing a few rom-coms in there,
but yeah.
Dude, see, same page, man. I said, like, you're missing the romance. I feel like you need a little bit of love in your life, man. I know you get a lot of love from your family and all that, but you need love from anime too. It loves you.
For me,
embrace
I think this is what it boils down to. Like, for me, is anime and art and books are an escape is the wrong word, but an escape is the best way that I can describe it.
Okay,
it's an escape, and I want to escape into realities that I like would dream to be in, right?
So not happiness.
Well, I'm already happy. I already have a wife that I love. Why am I dreaming? I'm not dreaming for a reality like that.
So,
you know what I mean? And that's just me. It's not saying that that's what it has to be, but like, so that's why I'll enjoy watching anime that's like some crazy fantastical adventure or some, power scaling fantasy or something crazy like that. I think that's why I really like that type of stuff.
So you'd rather eat monster meat instead of having a monster eat you. That's what I'm understanding. Okay. You like what you like.
Touche.
I mean,
don't judge me. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm 38 years old and I know what I want.
Yeah. Man likes his meat. I honestly, I feel like this is going to be a good year, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to be a bad season. I think there's going to be some heavy hitters. I think with coming off of the summer, we just got blessed so well.
There was some great stuff. Like,
Really good stuff.
yeah, I might take a week.
Plus confirmation on continuous.
I'm fortunate enough that this is my full-time job, and
Mhm.
I might take a couple days off next week just to like get caught up on all of the summer
Mhm.
anime that I have
Mhm.
fallen behind on, just to get caught up on all of it. I might do that next week.
What's interesting though is that the anime that I'm really looking forward to that comes out on the to dusk. It comes out on the 26th currently. Yes, 26th, which is this Friday. I am taking that day off to do some work and all this other stuff to get all like social media wise stuff done, but also to get caught up on some anime. And I'm just very happy that I have something to watch that night because it's just gonna be me all by myself, the house to myself for the whole weekend. A lot of anime, a lot of ecchi, and a lot of social media. I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've gotten behind so much on this season, dude. I
It's
like I said,
easy to
I
get
just got
behind,
caught up.
and especially like I started watching Big Brother with my wife, so that was taking up a lot of my watch time.
I
And
want my
like
wife to watch that with me. Yeah.
it's so good. It's so good. Are you watching it currently?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay.
I just want her to watch it with me. Just
It's
like I
good.
feel like I was like you might like it.
Yeah. It's fun, and like it's a crazy it's a crazy show. It's so good. But yeah, that's fall
Yeah.
anime.
Yep.
The season of romance, really long titles, and a lot of the same thing over and over and over
Yes.
again. But definitely
Stay
a
tuned.
couple standouts, a couple
Yes.
that seem like they're going to be really good. Yeah.
Be
So
coming back every week because we're trying to do what we did last season. Talk about
yep.
what's we're currently watching. Talk about what we're
Follow
enjoying
up
about
on
the
it a couple
seasons.
times. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because I mean, like I said, I'm doing again what I did last season. Like I said, first time ever. Summer season was the first time ever I actually was like watching anime as it was being released.
Me too.
Really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. So I'll be
Yeah.
doing the
Well, it
same
wasn't
thing
my
again.
first time, but like that's what I was
Yeah,
into. Yeah.
and I'm
So
really gonna make it a parent to do that.
yeah. If you made it this far in the podcast, comment down below which anime for fall of this year you're the most excited about.
Ooh.
Make sure you're following all that good stuff. We surpassed 300 subscribers on YouTube, which is
Mhm.
awesome. We're past 300 followers on Spotify. And you might be thinking, well, that's not a whole
400.
lot. 400. Awesome. No, that's
Mm.
great. That's progress for progress sake. And even I've read a couple comments, people saying, hey, I watch every episode as soon as it comes out. That's super cool.
That's
Man.
awesome. That's
It's
awesome,
so
dude.
easy in the grind to like, obviously we want our podcast to be successful. We want it to monetize.
Yeah.
We want to have hundreds of thousands of followers on this thing. That'd be awesome. And it's so easy to forget that, hey, there's still somebody that's tuning in as soon as we upload every single
We're still
time.
that escape for somebody. We're still
And that's
that
awesome. Yeah.
that moment where we can talk about anime, but also, I mean, obviously, we want people to influence this too. But it's awesome to think that, dude. I didn't know that, man. I like
Yeah.
that. I think we're doing, something we're enjoying, and it's resonating with other people. I hope it does at least. And yeah, I just love the support, man. It's been awesome. I love it.
It's fun. All right. Y'all go enjoy anime. And don't get too sucked into monster meat. It's not good for you. Bye.
Yeah, you need to watch Food Wars again. I'm gonna tell you I don't understand that.
I don't need to watch it again.
You definitely need to watch it again.